I had no idea how many videos are out there about people's morning routines. Some of them are vile. We're only going to be looking at one today, but if you've got others, put them in the comments.
A better you starts today.
Surely you've seen this man by now, right? This very terrifying man. The strain on his arm, so many veins. World-class bodybuilder and would be a world-class heroin addict as well. There is no way you're missing a vein on that arm. But anyway, he's got a morning routine that Esquire claims is going to be the tipping point for the self-help / hustle culture content industry. Why would you predict that? It's so obviously not going to happen. But anyway, let's watch it. Okay, so far so good. Brushing his teeth at 3:58 a.m. like the vast majority of the workforce would, because we all work in breakfast radio. Well, who doesn't like sparkling water, especially if you are a hustle connoisseur such as that man? You've earned bubbles. Seek pad, getting ready for the day. Look, I do see the appeal of these hustle culture videos. I wish I was that good. I mean, so far, this would be my morning routine, but I just don't get up early enough for a morning routine. It's my noon team.
Preaching about the arrival of Christ.
Okay, he was doing all the classics, sharpening the saw. He was reading for a couple of minutes, and then he just started watching MMA. Man, meatheads should have never learned about the self-help industry. It's so gross. Now I've got even more time to watch people beat each other to a pulp. That was the entire point of improving myself. He's doing a nice bucket challenge. Go, son. Oh! Oh! Is that what everyone's angry about? I mean, I'll admit this. It's a little bit too excessive. You're showing off too much of your wealth there. Who the hell does that? I know millionaires that don't put their face in sparkling with lemon. What, just to burn your eyes? Just to show what a man you are? Because, let me just say, that would be really impressive if you weren't using sparkling water.
Thank you.
What? Why are you showing, as part of my morning routine, I get dressed? I think we could have guessed that part. Just do more stupid things like burning your eyebrows. Like the sparkling water, that was the highlight. Now it's just, did you know I have shoes? Shut up. I think there's something very unhealthy about that man's ass. Like, it looks quite like Jennifer Lopez's. It's not natural for a guy, is it? That guy just injects roids straight into his ass.
Going up.
Oh man, hey, can I just... I thought that woman in my lift lived in there. And every time I pressed the button, that was her entire job. And I thought, like, thanks, Margaret. But she must have a twin. Do you have one of those? Like, is that just the voice everywhere on planet Earth? That same woman? Sorry, I know that this is probably not what we came here to watch, but piqued my curiosity. Shut up unless you're going to contribute. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. What are you talking about? I wish I could start my day by having a sauna. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. But that's great. Honestly, I really don't understand why this is like the height of hustle culture and this has destroyed the idea that maybe you should be reading in the morning. The MMA was a bit dumb, but there was a couple of dumb things in it, yeah? But other than that, look, this guy's... It's just quite annoying knowing that there is a fat beater that wrote this article being like, can you believe this? He cares about his body. Yes. Can we see your six-pack, Ben Jolie?
Going up.
Yeah, of course he's got that kind of carb. What a... It's so weird. It's just like one thing that he does. You're like, I don't see anything wrong with that. And then the next thing, you're such a piece of shit. Like, dude, just look at this guy now. How much does that guy think he's the most important man on earth? And it's like, what do you do? Fitness instructor. Yes, you're really changing the world. Oh, no, sorry, guys. I was underselling him. He is an entrepreneur. Yes. And what is your entrepreneurial skill? Fitness instructor. Anyway, so obviously everyone's showing their morning routines, but they've always been doing that on Instagram. The point is, there's an OnlyFans one. So let's see how much we can get away with showing you.
Towel.
Man, fuck, people in LA are awful, aren't they? Just really trashy. And also, can't you tell that she was just like, I wanted to be a movie star when I grew up. Yeah, OnlyFans or something, isn't it? All right, I get it. It's basically a joke that people are doing stupid things now as their morning routine because I guess he's turned it into so much of a parody of itself without him realizing that, yeah, okay, I'm kind of agreeing with the Esquire video. Now, look, I will say this, though. I will say this because, again, this is somehow still a self-help channel despite it really, really pushing the line of a parody, much like this Instagram video. Let me say this about a morning routine. They're great. And I'll also add this. You have one already. You might not have one that is as jam-packed and clearly superior as the muscly black guy. But you're doing something every single day. And the whole point, this is what's very good about self-help. It makes you conscious of that. Most people are not. Most people just go through the same rhythms that they would every single day. So what do? They get up, they look at their phone immediately. Well, that's made you an idiot for the rest of the day. I mean, I did it today, and I've definitely done way less work than I could have. And it all starts from, there's a book, and it's very outdated now, but it was called Don't Check Your Emails, and it was talking about this back in the day when we had emails, let alone this. Back when we had emails, that was damaging your brain first thing in the morning. It was giving you that click reward first thing. So, obviously you eliminate that. Yeah, you should be reading first thing in the morning. Yeah, you should be out meditating. And yes, you should be out exercising in some way. It gets the basics handled. That is your mind, body, and soul handled. I say this constantly on this channel. And I will say other things as well. And that's why I think that you should sign up, because we are just going to go through the routines of it, which is that, yeah, if you are not doing those things in your day is worse, miserably. All the other stuff is just stupid faff, obviously. I mean, look, all right. Yes, also douse your face in sparkling water. That's very important. But other than that, that's the basics. And that's this whole channel, is just getting you on those basics, making sure that you do that. And so, look, I would like it if you, subscribed and came to one of my seminars once. But other than that, I just think that you should be very conscious of what your morning routine is. And I think that your homework should be to write it down. What do you do first thing in the morning? Because I'll tell you what my morning routine is every single day, yeah? I get up. My bulldog keeps whining until I take him for a walk. So that is number one thing that I have to do. Otherwise, nothing else is going to get done that day. So I take him for a walk. Then I come back home. And when I'm home, I immediately meditate. And then after I meditate, I either do the most important pressing work that I need to do that day, or I read, if it's not that pressing of a day. And the reason that I'm doing that first thing is, Brian Tracy has that great book. We've talked about it before on this channel. It's not going to be the last time. Eat that frog. Eat that frog. That is what you're supposed to be doing first thing in the morning. Like all these stupid things of just like, I just stretch myself a lot and then I just make sure that I'm in a hot room and then I'm in a cold room. And yeah, that's all well and good if you aren't doing anything with your life like these people are. But if you are somebody that is striving to make some kind of actual real world impact, you need to do your most important task first thing in the morning. Why? Because it is the time that you are most conscious. After you sort of just like wake up a bit, by doing some sort of mild exercise, by doing your meditations, after that, that is when you are going to be most conscious. And on top of that, the rest of the day just feels easier. And you've got this big feeling of satisfaction. I think that the worst thing about morning routines is if they don't give you that feeling of, I've done something really important first thing in the morning. Well, if you feel like you've wasted your morning, there is just this subconscious thing of, I may as well waste my afternoon as well. That's the psychology that you're trying to break. You're trying to break it by saying this day is important. And the way that you make it important is by doing something important first thing in the morning. And then the rest of the day naturally follows after that. The rest of the day, you will just be doing productive thing after productive thing after productive thing because you have told your brain inadvertently, today's important. That's why. So, if you like that, make sure that you subscribe. I've got an extra 3 videos behind paywalls a week that you can subscribe to. That is just to keep reminding you of these things, of these very basic things that make your life better. Everybody that signs up to that loves it. And comes to a seminar at some point. Anyway, I'll see you around.